Hello guys, welcome to the network. Today we are going to be taking a look at the PurePort phone cleaning kits. These come in two variants, a lightning port one for iPhones, iPads, and iPods, and a USB-C version for Android phones and tablets. The USB-C version is a relatively new version. They were originally known for the lightning one. Both of these cost $25 a piece, and you can pick them up on Amazon. I have recently been having a lot of issues with my Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus 5G. Wow, that's a long phone name. I come home from a long day of work, and I need to plug in my phone. However, when I plug it in, it doesn't charge. Unplug it, plug it back in, unplug it, plug it back in, wiggle the cable, try different cables. Sometimes it will charge, most of the time it won't. My phone uses a USB-C port. I'm not a big fan of USB-C. I seem to have a lot more issues than I did with USB micro. It seems a lot of lint and debris likes to get in it very easily and degrade the connection. So PurePort released a little tool to help you clean out your phone's ports and also clean out the cables. Yes, you could use a toothpick, but this is a more elegant solution. So first, let's observe the behavior I've been having with my Samsung Galaxy S20 Plus 5G phone. Right now it has a low battery. Let's try to plug it in and charge it. Notice how it took several attempts to get it to start charging. Notice that initial connection, it'll say it's charging, but then it says connect charger, so it's not making a good connection. And yes, I can try flipping it upside down. It doesn't make a lick of difference. In fact, it doesn't want to charge at all on that side of the cable. Huh, I thought USB-C is supposed to be reversible. So anyway, guys, this is the original OEM cable that came with this phone, by the way. As you can see, I also bought some Anchor USB-C cables, just in case this cable's starting to go. So let's go ahead and unbox these. I'll start with the USB-C version since that's the one I will be using. However, I also have a old iPhone 5, which if I press it, maybe try to turn it on, you'll see it needs to be charged. And I have an iPod Touch latest generation, I'm not sure, 6th gen or 7th gen. I'll overlay. I stopped counting because you know how Apple is about iPods. They don't really care about them anymore. But those devices work fine. I haven't had any issues at all with Lightning. The only issues I've had with Lightning have always been over the years, the cable eventually starts to fray and it's the cable. Never had really any issues with the port. USB-C, however, plenty of issues. Anyway, I digress. We will also try out the Lightning version and take a look at that. But first, let's go ahead and unbox this handy dandy USB-C version. Now, this cleans both USB-C ports and also cables. Oh, and if I didn't mention before, both of these are $25 a pop. So let's take a look at the box. On the back, it says solve connectivity problems. PurePort solves intermittent connectivity problems, revives damaged cable connections, and extends the life of your USB-C devices and accessories. And this comes with 8 different tools. You have the port pick, the port and cable wand, the port sleeve, utility pick, cable tab, utility brush, cleaning solution, and a microfiber cloth. Their website is pureport.net. And as you can see, this is the USB-C version in black. You can also get it in white. However, I got my USB-C version in black to easily distinguish it against the Lightning one, which I got in white. As you can see on top, we have a PurePort microfiber cloth. This is just for wiping down the device. This doesn't have really anything to do with the connector, the USB-C connector. It's just to wipe down your device. They also have something that can clean earbuds, so they can clean out, they call it air squares. I think it's some sort of specific putty that you can wrap around your earbuds, and it will get out the earwax and clean and restore your earbuds. I didn't get that, but I might get that later. PurePort USB-C, and I believe this will be our instructions. And as you can see, there's the actual PurePort. There it is. And it also has the solution. So there's that. Let's go ahead and unbox the Lightning version. As you can see, I got this one in white to help distinguish it. So we have the same array of stuff. Another microfiber cloth. I'll set that aside. Another 10% off on air squares. And we have our instructions for the Lightning version. And the same thing, there is the Lightning version. And in case you wanted to see the back of this box, we have repair connectivity problems. PurePort solves intermittent connectivity problems, revives damaged cable connections, and extends the life of your iPhone or iPad and accessories. Well, they're also forgetting iPods exist. This has 8 tools as well. Port pick, port brush, port wipe, cable abrasive, speaker and switch brush, connectivity solution, and microfiber cloth. So there they are, side by side. easily distinguishable. And I believe the cleaning solution is the exact same for both of them. It doesn't matter. So we're going to go ahead and use the USB-C version. So on the back, it just says PurePort USB-C. The different tools are numbered like so. Pretty easy stuff. So we're going to hop over to the computer and we're going to see how to use it. So here's the PurePort website. You just go to pureport.net, go over to learn more how to use PurePort, and then you click on PurePort for USB-C. It also does include a instruction manual if you want to do it that way. I just prefer to just look on the website while we're here. So they're pretty easy over on the computer again. You just pull out and flip the tool you want to use, push and click it in, and then you just grip onto the PurePort and use that. So we've carefully designed each of the PurePort USB-C tools to work collectively towards a single purpose: to safely clean and maintain USB-C. These icons indicate where to use each tool. So for each tool, like I said, it has 8 of them. Looks like it has 6 of them. Yeah, this one has 6. It will tell you if it's for the actual port or if it's for the cable. Okay. And right here it just tells you the anatomy of a USB-C cable and a USB-C port. PurePort is crafted with precision to clean and maintain your USB-C ports and cables while protecting their internal connection pins and parts. So for a USB-C cable, you have the mouth and then you have the pins inside of it. For a USB-C port, you have the actual connector pins in there, the upper half, lower half, inner tongue, etc. Keep this away from children. I mean, they can choke on it, right? PurePort cleaning solution causes eye irritation. Oh, okay. Okay, so here is the first tool. Tool number 1. So number 1 on this device here, if we look on here, see number 1? That is the port pick. So the port pick removes large debris, lint, and tissue, shaped to reach the rear wall of the USB-C port and retainer spring cavity. And as you can see right here, this is just for the port. You don't use this on the cable. It says right here, do not use on USB-C cables. So it says you just stick it in there and go from left to right. So I believe you do the top and then the bottom with the port pick. So we're going to go ahead and demonstrate tool number 1, the port pick. So there was tool number 1. I hope it actually did something. It didn't really look like it really pulled much out. So maybe the port's not that dirty, but we went ahead and did tool number 1. So now on to tool number 2, the port and cable wand. The port and cable wand removes dust, hair, and other fine contaminants. Strong and thin, the wand can fit around the outer edges of a port's inner tongue, or be used to remove debris from the mouth of USB-C cables. So as you can see right here, this tool number 2 is used on both the port and the cable. So we will also use it on the cable as well. So it looks like you just, it doesn't really show a description of what you do with the tool. You just stick it in there. So this is kind of unclear, but dust. Not sure. I guess we'll have a look at it, right? And I'll go ahead and look at the paper manual, see if it's any different. Might be the same exact thing they have online. Okay, so yeah, the paper manual that comes with this, which I will overlay, does show it completely different instructions. So for the first tool, port pick tool number 1 that we used before, fully insert the port pick into the upper half of the USB-C port. Gently scrape the tool across the rear wall of the port, freeing any debris. Drag the tool along each side wall of the port to extract any loose debris. Repeat steps 1 to 3 on the lower half. So I kind of already did that, so that was kind of self-explanatory from the website version. So on tool number 2, the port and cable wand, fully insert the port and cable wands into the upper half of the USB-C port. Okay, so you put it in the upper half. Gently scrape the wand around the perimeter of the USB-C port's inner tongue. So the inner tongue is basically the middle of the port, not the connector pins, but the outside of the connector pins. Use the wand to clean around the side edges of the port's inner tongue. Use the wand as needed to extract any lint or debris from the USB-C cable. So you use it on both. So I'll go ahead and try that out. So I did it on the port and also on the cable. Kind of weird tool. I don't really know if that really did much of anything, but okay. So let's go ahead and move on to tool 3. Tool 3 is the port sleeve. The USB-C port sleeve is designed for The USB-C port sleeve is designed for use with PurePort cleaning solution. The tool is purposely shaped to fit snugly within the USB-C port, cleaning the connector pins on the inner tongue and improving connectivity. So this is only for the ports on your phone. It's not for the cable. I'm also going to take a look at the paper manual. So it says apply 2 to 3 drops of PurePort cleaning solution to the inner edges of the mouth of the port sleeve tool. Okay, actually you're supposed to do it on both sides, I believe. The website looks a little different. Gently scrape the wand. Oh, not that. Sorry. Insert the port sleeve fully into the USB-C port, allowing the applied cleaning solution to coat the port's inner tongue. Slide the port sleeve in and out of the port 3 to 5 times as it will clean and coat the connection pins on the inner tongue. Okay, so this requires the cleaning solution. Fun. So tool number 3, port sleeve. I have a feeling this might do a little bit more than the other tools. Woo! That went everywhere. Okay, so as soon as you open that little bottle up, that shit likes to go spraying everywhere, so be careful. It did say this causes eye irritation, so wash it off or whatever. But yeah, I think I did that right. Next tool, tool 4, utility pick. The utility pick is designed firm and flat with a soft touch to protect your devices. Use this versatile tool as needed to clean both ports and cables. Okay, so that's number 4. Let's look what the manual says here. Use the utility pick as needed to remove blah blah. Okay, so it doesn't tell you how to use it, just use it like a pick. So number 4. And use this on both the port and the cable. That actually got a little bit of black on the tip of that, so maybe we got some dirt off of the connector and around the sides of it. Now I'm going to use it on the cable. Maybe just a hair black from the cable. Let's move on. Tool 5, Cable Tab. The cable tab cleans the connection pins inside USB-C cables. Apply PurePort cleaning solution to both sides of the tab to improve connectivity even for oxidized, damaged pins. So this is only for the cable, and you put it on both sides. So let's go ahead and look at what the manual says here for number 5. Apply 1 to 2 drops of PurePort cleaning solution to each side. Insert the cable tab in the mouth of the USB-C cable, pressing the tab firmly to the back of the cable opening. Fully insert and remove the cable connector 5 times. This will clean and coat the internal connection pins. Let's go ahead and do that. Now, I got to take note, this is something I forgot. With a lot of modern USB-C cables that come with your phones, the adapter blocks are USB-C ports as well, so both sides of the cable will be USB-C. Ideally, you want to use the side that is you're using to plug your phone in. So just make sure of that, or you can just clean both sides of the cable. Okay, so there is tool number 5, the cable tab. I will let you know, as soon as you open that bottle, that stuff goes everywhere. That's just red stuff that goes everywhere, and it irritates the skin or the eyes or both, so just try to just wipe it off of you. Now we're on to tool number 6, the utility brush. The stiff bristled utility brush efficiently cleans the fine lint that collects in the speakers, earpiece, and switches of your device. So this isn't just for the ports, this is also for the speakers in the earpiece. But you can also use it for both the port and the cable. Brush away the fine white and gray lint in the speakers until they return back to their as new color. So what's the manual say about the utility brush? The utility brush can be used to clean the fine lint and dust that collects in speakers, earpieces, and switch. Brush the bristles rapidly back and forth for best results. Okay. I think the brush did more more than anything else did. It definitely is getting out stuff. So I'm gonna keep doing it. I'm also wiping off and blowing off the brush as I go. But guys, I think the I think tool number 6 does the most. So guys, like I said, this tool number 6 utility brush, I'm actually seeing stuff come out, get on the brushes. I'm actually seeing lint and stuff get on the brushes. I'm not sure why the other tools didn't get that. Maybe I was using them wrong. I don't know. But this utility brush seems to be the most effective tool so far at getting crap out. So I'm gonna keep doing it. And as it gets debris and stuff on it, I'm wiping off the bristles there, the brush, blowing it off, wiping it off. Um, but yeah, this is one thing though that I could see that needs to be replaced. Um, maybe they already offer that. If they do, I'll do an overlay. But these brushes, just a small thing. Maybe give us like refill packs of tool number 6, the utility brush. Just like maybe like a 5 or 10 pack of them that you can buy. Because I can see over time using that brush, the bristles are going to start, degrading and getting dirty and not as stiff anymore. So if PurePort is watching that and they don't already offer you to be able to buy like refill kits, like maybe like packs of 5 or 10 of those brushes, please offer that. Okay, please. So let's go ahead and continue using this tool, and then we'll also use it on the cable as well. I might use it on both sides of the cable. I mean, it seems to be pretty effective. Okay, guys, so there is tool 6, utility brush. I find that to be the most effective tool thus far. I actually saw stuff continually coming out every time I used it, which is really good. I couldn't see that brush lasting beyond maybe 2 or 3 cleanings, though, although maybe just my phone was particularly dirty and wore out the brush pretty fast. I've had my phone since 2020, so about 3 years now. Um, but yeah, you can see the bristles are already starting to wear just a hair. Let me see if I can get you guys close up. You can probably see. Um, but yeah, the brush is definitely good. Wish you can get, hopefully you can get refill packs on those brushes. Maybe just a little bit stiffer brushes. But overall, they did a fairly decent job of getting some lint out, or debris, whatever you want to call it. So there's tool number 6. So that is all the tools of the USB-C version. And of course, they also include a microfiber cloth, which that's nothing new. That's nothing special to PurePort. They just included that. That's just to clean off your screen, clean off the device. That's all that's for. Of course, it does show it's can be used on both the port and cable, which is kind of weird. That's not really the intention of microfiber cloth. There's really no way of really using it on the port, really. Let's just start taking a toothpick and trying to force it in there, but they show that, hey, you can use it on the port and cable, but that's not its intention. It's just to wipe off the screen and device. It says for a very dirty device, apply a little water or lens cleaner to the cloth. And that's pretty much it for the PurePort USB-C. Now let's take a look at the Lightning one. Now I'm not going to go as in-depth on this because it's probably pretty much the same stuff as the other one. And actually, I see a couple of the tools don't get flipped around. They actually have ports right on the PurePort. I'll show you guys that in detail here in a second. So on the computer, you just click on Learn More, how to use PurePort for iPhone/Lightning. Blah. Tip: work somewhere well lit, preferably on a white surface, so you can see any gunk you remove. And it just shows the same thing here. Looks like they do have a couple of different tools. So tool number 1 is, of course, the port pick again. That removes large debris, lint, and tissue, blah, blah, blah. Now, like I said, on my iOS devices, haven't really had an issue with them, but we'll try it out. We're not going to go into full detail because it's pretty much the same stuff as the other one, just for Lightning. So with the Lightning one, they don't really want you to go side by side. You can do that, but how they show it is you do an up and over motion. So like whoom, 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 kind of like an umbrella. And it says do it 3 times. So tool number 2 is port brush. Removes dust, hair, and other dry contaminants. We'll go ahead and do that. And it says to do that about 3 times. So I actually did see some dust and stuff coming out on the iPhone. So, like I said, these brushes seem to do the most work. So that did something. Tool 3 is the port wipe. Wipes contaminants and corrosion from your device's connector pins. The cleaning solution enhances conductivity and reduces further oxidation. Okay. With bottle upright. Pull to remove the cap. Use a dipstick to apply a drop to the grooves on both sides of the wipe tool. You only need a tiny drop. Fully insert and remove the tool 3 times. Okay. So there you go. Like I said, if you guys saw the close up, it basically emulates a lightning cable plug that you plug into the ports, just like the USB-C version emulated a USB-C plug. Okay, so tool 4 is the cable wipe. Cleans the contacts on your cables and accessories. The cleaning solution improves connectivity, even for oxidized, damaged pins. Apply a tiny drop of the cleaning solution to the opening every tool's port. Fully insert and remove the cable connector 5 times. This will leave a thin layer of solution on the contacts. Don't wipe it off. It assists connectivity. So this is for the cable. Okay, tool 5 is cable abrasive. Oh, there's a tip. You can clean tools 4 and 5 by wiping them out with tool 2, the port brush. Good to know. Now, this is only for cables with oxidized, damaged, blackened pins. Insert and remove the cable connector 5 to 10 times. Afterwards, apply cleaning solution using tool 4. The black color will not be entirely removed, but the abrasive will still improve connectivity. Not all cable damage can be fixed. If pin damage is too severe or if the cable itself is broken, it may be on PurePort to save. And you plug that in 5 to 10 times on number 5, which is right there. And it has the exclamation point saying, don't use this unless the cable's very bad. But I'm looking at this, and this cable is perfect. This is the one that came with the iPod Touch. It's fine. Doesn't need that tool. Tool 6, speaker and switch brush, used to clean the fine lint that collects in the speakers, earpiece, and switches of your iPhone and iPad, or iPod, right? Gently brush the lower speakers, brush the bottom directions for best effort. Oh, brush from both directions for best effort. Gently brush the upper earpiece and switches. Blah, blah, blah. So that's optional, but we can do it. Number 6. So the iPod doesn't have an earpiece, obviously, and the speaker is can't get to it because it's in a case. Moving on, tool number 7, pretty self-explanatory. The microfiber surface cloth. Yes, it's just a cloth, but it's lint-free, blah, blah, blah. So same thing. It's just to use to wipe off the screens. I can go ahead and do that. It shows a cleaning schedule. So for your iPhone and iPad Lightning ports, clean every 3 to 4 months. Oh, that doesn't really pertain to the microfiber cloth. It's just saying use this tool on your iPhone every 3 to 4 months. Now the USB-C version didn't have a cleaning schedule, so I assume it's probably similar. So every 3 to 4 months. iPhone and iPad speaker switches, cables, and accessories every 9 to 12 months. Or clean immediately if you're experiencing connectivity issues, obviously. And yeah, that's about it. So I'll go ahead and use the microfiber cloth really quick. Okay, so the real question is, did any of this make a lick of difference? Well, for both the iPhone and iPod, they weren't having issues to begin with. I just did it for demonstration purposes and to also test out the Lightning version as well. These are good tools to have if you're a technician. I'm an IT technician, so I decided I might as well have both versions. There, unfortunately, isn't a micro USB version available. So if PurePort is watching, that's another thing that I'd like to have. Yes, USB-C is becoming the standard. A lot of things are now USB-C, but a lot of older phones and older devices, and not just phones, I have a DAP as well, which is kind of like an MP3 player but higher quality. Uses micro C or micro USB. I have tablets that still have micro USB. Just there's a lot of devices that also use micro USB. So it'd be cool to kind of have that be a version as well that's available. So you pretty much would have every connector out there. You know what I'm saying? And they're also the old 30 pin, right? Anyway, I guess we can all dream. But these will definitely be going to my arsenal. And let's see, did my phone actually improve? Will it actually work and charge? If not, then maybe it actually ends up being the cable, and maybe the cable is just crap. I did buy Anchor ones, so we'll go ahead and test and see if this made any lick of difference. So as you guys can see, the phone is now staying charged. Look at that, it's charging. The cable still had a little bit of issues when I reversed it, but now you see it does indeed work. So I guess that goes to show it. I showed before and after, and guess what? Plugs right in, and it does indeed charge. And this is still the same cable, guys. This is still the same OEM cable I got with the phone that was acting up. I still have some Anchor ones that I probably will use because I do prefer Anchor for any USB cables. But there it goes to show. And will our other devices still charge even though we put all that solution and stuff in them? Well, let's go ahead and see. Okay, guys, so as you can see, both the iPhone, iPod, and the phone, Android phone, all charged. Connectors work just fine, and as you can see, the PurePort did its job. The phone can now charge even using the existing cable. I think I'll still swap out, and since I had these nice new Anchor cables, use one of these instead, but you know how that goes. So anyway, guys, this has just been a unbox and a review / test of the PurePort phone cleaning kits for both USB-C and Lightning. This is not an advertisement, just testing out the product, seeing if I like it. And so far, I do like it. Like I said, I did mention a couple things that I could see suggestions, such as offering refills on the brushes and potentially offering a USB micro version along with a Apple 30 pin version as well. Maybe. Would be nice. Those devices still exist, and especially as they get older and older, they'll definitely need a cleaning product, right? Clean out the ports. So anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up this video. Thank you for watching.